Hello, this is Vance, and this is Tuesday, October the 28th, 2014. And, well, these are the CL trades for today using the slow hand method for price action, but I'm going to do something different today, and I'm going to do something different going forward. Instead of just marking off the trades, talking about them like Alamac, which we've done for a long time, what I think I'm going to do from now on is that over the next few weeks, I'm giving it 4 weeks or so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to teach the slow hand method online to some degree. Like I'll just hit the high points, so to speak. What I'm looking at, what I think about it, etc., etc. And just briefly, I mean, just kind of give you a taste of it. And hopefully over the course of the next 5 weeks, that we'll kind of go back to the beginning and we'll see things such as second entries with trend. I'll take a look at things like reversal patterns, tight trading ranges, talk about highs and lows of the previous week, just to kind of give it some more, instead of being so much random. Now, last couple of days, I mean, I was trading. The only problem is that over the last couple of days, I had some personal issues that I've had to deal with. I mean, since last Friday. And I won't get into them in any great detail. And the other thing is that, of course, we had that large, we're expecting to do a presentation on last Thursday with Mac, and unfortunately Mac had his father passed, and so we're probably going to reschedule that in a few weeks, but we'll see how that turns out. When Mac does get back to training, he's just not really ready to doing it at this point in time, so that's fine. These things do happen. Time and unforeseen circumstance befall us all. And so that's the challenge. But let me just talk about a couple of things, a couple of trades. Instead of going to every single trade and talk about every single one, I'll just talk briefly about what I saw today, specifically. And after like 8 o'clock, I didn't get here till a little bit later. I wasn't here till just about 9 o'clock. I had something to take care of first thing this morning, so I wasn't here till about 9 o'clock. So by the time this kind of painted up here, this is like 9 o'clock opening was right about here. From this area right here, 9 o'clock, 8:30, came back. This is 9:04, pulled back, and then fell off to here. And so from here, you're looking at really a second entry. So you're looking at really the first leg down, first pullback fails, really the second pullback. Now you can almost say that you could go on long right down here, okay, and go long on this one. However, when you look at it from the perspective of, okay, so you've got one move down here. Let me show you the move first. I was looking at one measure move down to this area. You had two pullbacks to this area. And I'm looking for potentially a measured move down here. Now, if you look at it, we had this strong move. We had the first pullback, second pullback. You could have traded this on a reversal. So you've got like this first entry down to here, second entry, a pretty strong bar, really even a third entry to look at. But we're at the other side of this channel. So you're looking for the EMA. And we're at the top, so that's a pretty aggressive trade. When price got to this area, we had immediate failure. And so you had the first break of this trend channel, a test to a new low. And then when you see that coordinates this low here with this pullback down to this area, you can see that it would likely test this overnight. And look what happened. This came down to here, from this area right here, almost to the tick. Now, this is a low. Now, look what happened here. Price came down here, tested the first time, pulled back, tested the second time, and here's a place to go long, like right down here. Now what you would have to do is with your 15-tick stop box, you probably had to limit in more than anything else, but this was a pretty decent trade. You can see price pulled up here, breakout, pull back long right here, right at the EMA, right at this trend channel. Now, from here on, you think that we're going to be testing this area or testing this high right here, and so this would probably be another good trade to take. So these are the two trades. Now, first of all, this is the second entry long at the bottom of this trend channel. You have these matching lows down here, but then you have a breakout pullback long right here, and that's what I was looking at as far as this morning is concerned. Price gets to this area, and you can see it starts moving this sideways, so it's like a spike in channel. We do have another pullback down to this area, but you don't really know whether it's going to go higher. I mean, it's not a bad attempt. It may retest this high. It's kind of dicey. I mean, you've got this first pullback. We had this first break. It might come down lower. There really isn't a second opportunity. But the only way you would take this trade is if you're looking at it from, you enter in here, we keep your 15 ticks below this as a signal bar. And you can see you got your 15 ticks off and some. Went up a little higher, and then we had this failure right here. First entry, second entry short. But then if price falls down to this area. Now, once this price happens here, and you can see this was a pretty strong sell-off, in this area. So you have a strong sell-off like this. There really isn't any place to get in here. There isn't any real place. And so even at this, you could say that, well, you could across these tops maybe, you could maybe sell at this level, but again, it was something that didn't really set up very well with a consideration. However, when price got down to this level and then we had this bounce, you can see, again, another failed first attempt to go down, second attempt, and right down in this area. This pattern is almost a repeat pattern of this one. You can see these long tails down into this area, almost repeat. Breakout, pullback, and another long. Now, this is a little bit dicier because it's below this channel. It's below the EMA, and so it is a second entry long. However, well, this is the second entry long here, so this is really kind of third entry long, but I'm saying first entry, second entry. So your price pulls up here, fails, attempts to go up again, fails again, and then right into this area. So it did move its way up. Now, when this completes, now you've got an area where you can put this channel in here like this, like off these bottoms, somewhere in this neighborhood. And if you put this in here, had these touches, you can see that it held along this line. This was a repeat. You double this one up here, double this and pull it up to this area. So I was thinking it might go up to here, but didn't quite make it. It was probably maybe just a mid-channel like this one. Maybe up to here, but you can see that from this one here, we got up to this area. So that was something to keep in. That was something to take a look at. Price made its way up here, pulls back again. First pullback down to this area, retests this area off this channel. Whether you take this trade or not, I'm not sure. But I mean, you probably have to hold on for quite a while. As long as you kept your stop below the most recent price action. Did work out pretty rapidly, but if you held on the runner would have gotten taken out of break even +1. But now we're talking that this is after 2 o'clock. As you can see, there was some movement between 2 and 2:30. But between 2 and 2:30, we had this run up from here, and I guess price was just too low from this area, and so we had a run up from 81.13 all the way up to 81.48. It wasn't tremendous run up, like 30 ticks or so, but I mean, it still ran up to this area. And now, since then, we're up at testing. We're above the overnight high. We're over yesterday's high anyway. That's where price is right now. So what we're looking for is hopefully we'll see things will move up a little bit higher. So here's the. Oh, there we go. There's the open right here. This is the overnight high, was 81.66, or yesterday's the high of yesterday was the previous day's high was 81.66. Where's the low? That's not right. Previous day's low has got to be down here someplace. Oh, there it is. Yeah, sorry. 80.36. So this is the previous low right here. Previous day's high is right here. So whether it changes in this range or continues to move up, we'll wait and see. Just as a background note, ES yesterday, it was up. It was like kind of flirting with the 2,000 point mark again. And so it's so we came back all that way over the last few sessions. Came all the way back from we're up over like almost 100 and something points, from a couple of weeks back. I mean, almost 200 points. We're down to somewhere in the neighborhood of 1812, and now we're back up to almost like 2,000 again. So you have to say that today on the ES was a good trading day, especially from about 1 o'clock on. It just kind of moved its way up. It was kind of like a range up until that time, and then kind of took off from there. I don't know if that's having any influence on the oil markets, but so that's what I'm going to start. I'm also going to start doing a little bit of more teaching, less just going over the trades and so forth. Maybe be a little bit more selective in the trades that I'm going to be talking about. Maybe general area. One thing I did see, I saw that Panda Warrior from Big Mike's Trading Forum was talking about put a new journal up, and I happened to see that journal. And he was talking about, instead of looking at specific entries, like entry prices, he's just going to talk about zones. I kind of played around with that. I'm thinking about that as well. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to kind of like break down the chart piece by piece over the next few weeks, and to try to get people up to speed. I did have a course that I was running, The course went into a lot more detail. I'm not going to do as much detail for that. I guess you're going to have to go, you have to enroll in the course, you want to find that out. But I'm going to talk about some general things right now, and hopefully people will be able to build up a better understanding of the slow hand method for price action. I think it's pretty much straightforward. I apologize again for the last couple of days not being around, but I assure you that first thing when I do the recap tomorrow night, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I've got a couple of other ideas. I've been watching a couple of videos on how to make my presentation sparkle more. Instead of just a straight PowerPoint, me droning on just a single chart, I think I'm going to add some stuff. I'm going to give it some thought, see if I can make this more exciting. I'm getting kind of bored doing this the same way every day. I've got to make it, I got to keep myself interested, but more importantly, I've got to kind of motivate people to be more interested. I want a larger audience. That's what I'm looking for. I want a larger audience. That's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, that's it. That's it for now. This is Vance. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for now. Bye.